It's on. It's on. Go.
What's up? I'm Austin. This is Kevin.
Hey, basically we're going to be reviewing movies because we like them, and I don't trust movie critics like I don't trust my gynecologist. I feel like he's trying to help, but he just seems to enjoy finger blasting me a little bit too much. So we're going to start this week with Resident Evil Afterlife.
Yep. 3D, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. You would know him from such fame as the first Resident Evil. He is back again for part 4.
Kind of unfortunately.
Yeah.
The movie stars Mila Jovovich, Ali Larter, Kim Coates, Boris Koju, and Sean Roberts is his name? Yeah, we'll touch on him later.
That's his name.
Basically, the premise of this movie is a zombie apocalypse from some sort of T-virus.
T-virus.
Scientific thing.
Yeah. Technical.
Let me give you the basic gist of the movie. This movie feels like 300 squatted over Dawn of the Dead and shit out Matrix Reloaded, because it's desperately trying to be all of those and miserably failing to be any of them. Not to be completely negative, let's talk about the pros of the movie.
Pros, acting. Aside from Sean Roberts,
Terrible.
fucking horrible. It was actually pretty solid. The rest of the cast put together, came about, did a good job. No complaints there, except for Sean Roberts.
Sean Roberts.
3D, while completely unnecessary
Totally.
for a movie like this, it was still solid.
It was actually pretty
well
good.
done.
Cheap tricks, they throw stuff at the camera, but when they do it, it's actually not bad.
Yeah, it looks good.
Um,
And then costumes. Costumes were put together very well. Everything was clean. Everything was very
new looking.
Yeah, the clothes were fantastic.
Which leads us into the cons, is that the costumes were very new and clean looking. This movie takes place at least 4.5 years after the start of the zombie apocalypse, and everybody looks like they just came out of Starbucks getting lattes, checking their Gmail on their computers.
Yeah.
It should be tattered. It should be torn. It should look like you've worn it for
Everybody
a little bit. Maybe got
pristine.
some zombie splatter on you. Next, kind of a nitpicky thing, but it happens so often in movies, especially bad action movies. Nobody ever runs out of bullets. Yeah. When do you reload?
If Antonio Banderas has to reload a gun, so should
he stops
they.
all the time.
All right?
He stops all the time to reload, but these guys never. Yeah. They never do it.
Yeah.
They load the first time, and then they just keep shooting, and it never stops. Anyway, another thing with the guns is if I'm in a zombie apocalypse and I know the danger lurks around every
guns
corner,
in hand.
Always carrying something, ready to shoot.
Guns.
These guys are walking with their hands by their sides, guns in holsters. They got plenty of them,
Just
plenty of guns, but they're not using them. They're not using them
guns.
until somebody pops up right in front of them with their zombie octopus mouth, which...
Blade 2.
Thank you. It just seems like they copied. I understand
2.
It's from the video game, but it's been done in theaters before, so leave it out. And they're too late. The zombie thing is on their face, and they're dead. Finally, the Umbrella Corporation.
What the fuck are they trying to do?
When are you going to stop trying, guys? The world is over, and you're still running these experiments, and are you trying to turn a profit?
There's no country to conquer. Money means nothing, and there's maybe, like, what? Half a dozen people left in the world? What's the point?
I'm pretty sure the market has crashed. Your quarterly reports are shit at this point. Anyway, let's get to the end without giving anything away. It sets up for a sequel, obviously. Yeah. We saw this coming. If they can even raise the money to make another sequel, which I hope to God they don't.
Luck.
Then there's going to be a 5th Resident Evil. Which if the 4th Resident Evil is in 3D, which doesn't make any sense to begin with, because we got Step Up 3D, we got Piranha's 3D, Toy Story 3 is in 3D. The trend suggests that the 3rd should have been in 3D. If the 4th is in 3D, is the 5th going to be in 4D?
Wrap your head
and so on and so forth.
Wrap your head
By the time they get to 8th, it's going to have to be a live interactive performance. It's going to be Resident Evil High School Musical Massacre. And by that point, I'm sure Zac Efron's career will be in the shit enough that he'll be clamoring
from Coke.
He'll be clamoring to play zombie number 3. Let's rate it. We have a very simple rating system. It goes 1 to 5 based on categories. Rate the 3D.
3 avatars.
He gives it 3 avatars. Rate the action.
Action. 2 diehards.
Diehards is such an awesome movie.
So
rate
good.
The acting.
2 Winslets.
2 Kate Winslets. Kate Winslet, you're an angel.
She's delightful.
You are just...
Have you ever seen her do anything bad? No,
never.
You haven't.
Never. Anyway, would you recommend this movie to somebody living or dead?
Living, absolutely not. A lot of dead people have not seen movies. They could appreciate this.
Abraham Lincoln would probably be blown away, but he would think that this was real because, let's be honest, they were entirely stupid at that point.
He was too tall.
That about does it. Don't see this movie unless you're Abraham Lincoln. Next week, we will be hitting up hopefully a much better movie in The Town from Ben Affleck. Love Jeremy Renner. Love
He's
Chris
awesome.
Cooper. Let's hope this
Awesome.
movie doesn't
Awesome
suck.
cast.
And we'll probably flip a coin for who has to see the Shyamalan tragedy that is Devil. And let's see I mean, feel free to blast us in the comments below because I know you will do that. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, you want us to review a movie for some reason, email us at austinandkevin@gmail.com. And if for some reason you liked this, 1, I worry about you. 2, may God have mercy on your soul. 3, hit subscribe. It's right above. So we will see you next week, and go fuck yourself.